today, as you can see, I have my board taken apart, and there's good reason for that. It's because I have two brand new sets of wheels, limited edition, in the blues that everybody has been salivating over. I got the Kegels from Flat Spot in Vancouver, and they actually did pre-orders, and I was fortunate enough to get a pre-order of those. But I got those as a backup in case I couldn't find a set of the Caguamas in 85, which I actually did find thanks to Brandon from Border Labs, also in Vancouver. I picked up the Kegels yesterday, I picked up the Caguamas today. Caguama. Man, why do they gotta make the name so difficult? But the Kegels I'm now gonna give away as a prize pack at our next Vancouver group ride get together. So somebody's gonna be really happy about that. So special thanks to Brandon from Border Labs. If you need anything and live in Canada or Vancouver, I highly recommend you go to Border Labs and say hi to Brandon when you're there. And tell him Mahyar sent you. Sure. After installing them, we're going to take them for a spin and see how they are. So yeah, let's get right into it. It shouldn't be too difficult. What we're going to do is take these suckers and we're going to pop them on the back wheels. Then the front wheels, we just have to put the bearings on, and that's about it. And I'm super stoked to get these suckers on here. Let's open it up. Put that there. We don't need these, so they can go back here. So putting these on is actually really straightforward. You want to press them in as best as you can. Then what you're going to do is take a mallet or a hammer and you're going to lightly tap it around it. Then when you actually fit it into the actual slot, it pushes in even more, and then you're good to go. So you don't need to freak out too much about not getting them in right. It's really not that difficult. I got the two parts in really easy. There's still a little bit of space there, but I know that's gonna go in once I start putting everything in. Let's put the front wheels on first, just 'cause it's gonna be super easy. So this is really straightforward. You got your front wheel, you got a bearing, bam. The next thing up is don't forget your spacer, because otherwise it's gonna be a pain to get the other one out. Pop the other bearing on. Boom. Getting the second one in. Remember when I said don't forget the spacer? I forgot the spacer. Pop this sucker on there. Alright, so we're just gonna put the nut and bolt onto these two now. Alright, so let's pop the rear ones on now that we got the front set on. These ones obviously take a longer time, but it is what it is. Pretty nice on the V2, gotta say. Okay everybody, so we took the board for a ride, and how does it actually ride and feel? And the answer to that is so smooth, and I feel like I'm riding on clouds. I swear. It was great. So a few things to note. Number one, I mentioned in my video in the past about this flat edges versus rounded edges, and in this case, Orangatang has resolved that issue by obviously providing the rounded edges, which I'm a huge fan of. Sometimes you get speed wobbles if you edge up against curbs or cracks on the road, things like that. So that curved edge really helps with that, and I'm super thrilled that it did that. The other thing I'm happy about is the extra 5mm. I think that's what's giving me the reduction in actual vibrations that I get and bounces from the board, cracks or dips in the road, or the actual markers to those safety yellow dots that are on the edge of every corner of sidewalks. I didn't even feel them. Like, I literally didn't even feel any of those. And if you look at my camera footage, it's super stable, and it's not just because I have great image stabilization in this camera. It is because the ride was just so smooth. So I'm super happy that I got these 77As. I'm super happy that I got them in the blue. I wish I had a second or third set, so when these ones wear out, I could replace them with new ones, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen anytime soon. So that being said, if you can get your hands on these, do it. They are worth it, in my opinion. Extra shout out to Border Labs, and we'll see you guys next time.